Good afternoon, students. I welcome you all for this MEVID 20 pathology online class. Today, we are going to deal with ischemic heart disease. For easy understanding, I have divided this ischemic heart disease into two sessions. Session 1 will cover about the general concepts of heart diseases, some important facts in cardiovascular system, blood supply of heart, ischemic heart diseases and its spectrum, risk factors, causes, and about angina pectoris. Whereas the session 2 will exclusively cover myocardial infarction. Now, about heart diseases. In general, the heart diseases are classified into two broad categories. One is congenital and another one is acquired heart disease. Under acquired heart diseases, we have ischemic heart diseases, hypertensive heart diseases, valvular heart diseases, and cardiomyopathies. Next, these are all some important facts that has to be considered in cardiovascular system. As all of us know, the heart has three layers from outer to inner. The outermost is pericardium, the middle myocardium, and innermost endocardium. Along with that, we have conduction system and valves of the heart. But the most important aspect of this myocardial infarction and ischemic heart diseases lies within blood supply of heart and cardiovascular system. Coming on to blood supply. Blood flow to the myocardium occurs during ventricular diastole. The major arteries which supply heart are right and left coronary arteries. The left coronary artery will again get divided into left anterior descending branch and left circumflex branch. The division of left anterior descending arteries are called as diagonal branches, and division of left circumflex are called as marginal arteries. This is a picture which will show you the right and left coronary artery arising from arch of aorta, and left coronary artery will again get divided into left anterior descending and left circumflex artery. Now, this slide will say you what is the exact difference between hypoxemia, ischemia, and infarction. First, hypoxemia. What is this? This is nothing but reduction or decreased oxygen supply to the target tissue, whereas ischemia means reduction or decreased blood supply to the target tissue. And what is infarction? Infarction is a type of irreversible cell injury which results in coagulative necrosis due to reduced blood supply to the tissue. Now coming on to ischemic heart disease. What are all these ischemic heart diseases and how to define this? So ischemic heart diseases are nothing but a group of pathologically related syndromes resulting from myocardial ischemia, that is imbalance between myocardial blood supply and cardiac demand for oxygenated blood. And ischemic heart diseases can present as variable syndromes. So these are all the spectrum of ischemic heart disease. They can either present as asymptomatic disease, or they can result in angina pectoris or myocardial infarction or heart failure, and sometimes can result in sudden death too. Next, risk factors of ischemic heart disease. So these are all the various risk factors of ischemic heart disease. So it can be either heredity or age. Pertaining to age, increase in age will have more preponderance for developing into ischemic heart disease. And next is sex. There is a male preponderance. And next is hyperlipidemia and increased weight as in case of obesity. Then the systemic hypertension and physical inactivity. And the systemic disorders like diabetes mellitus and personal habits like smoking. So the simple mnemonic has lipids can be considered in case of risk factors for ischemic heart disease. Then coming on to causes of ischemic heart disease. The ischemic heart disease occurs due to either obstructed blood flow, or when there is reduced oxygen availability to the tissues, or when there is increased demand for oxygen, or in case of valvular malfunction. But the most important cause will be obstructed blood flow to the target tissue. And in that too, the most common cause for ischemic heart disease is atherosclerosis and its secondary changes like fissure, ulceration, and hemorrhage. And next is either it can occur as a result of thrombosis and coronary spasm. In case of reduced oxygen availability, it occurs in cases of anemia. And increased demand for oxygen will occur in case of systemic hypertension or hyperthyroidism and fever, and various valvular malfunction can also result in ischemic heart disease. Next, we will move on to angina pectoris. First, we have to define what is angina pectoris. Angina pectoris is nothing but a spectrum of myocardial ischemia which is characterized by paroxysmal and usually recurrent attacks of substernal or precordial chest discomfort caused by transient myocardial ischemia that is insufficient to induce myocyte necrosis. Here, the primary difference between myocardial infarction and angina pectoris is in angina pectoris, myocardial ischemia is seen, but still it is insufficient to induce myocyte necrosis. And next, moving on to variants of angina. There are three variants of angina. The first one is stable, and next is unstable, and finally Prince metal angina. First, we will see what is stable angina. This is the most common type of angina caused by imbalance in the coronary perfusion relative to myocardial demand, such as that produced by emotional excitement, physical activity, and psychological stress. Usually, this is relieved by rest or vasodilators. Next variant of angina is unstable or crescendo angina. In this, there will be a pattern of increasing, frequent, prolonged severe angina or chest discomfort that is described as frank pain, usually precipitated by progressively lower level of physical activity or even at rest. Simply, this is a type of angina which is quite uncommon when compared to stable angina. And number two, here the pain will be seen even at rest. And next is the Prince metal angina. This is an uncommon form of myocardial ischemia which is caused by coronary artery spasm. Now, in a nutshell, regarding angina, angina is nothing but a myocardial ischemia which is insufficient to cause myocyte necrosis. Then there are three variants of angina: stable, unstable, and Prince metal. Stable angina is a type of angina in which the myocardial ischemia and the myocardial pain will occur only on exertion, and it will be relieved by taking rest or by using vasodilators. Whereas unstable angina or crescendo angina is a type of angina where there will be myocardial ischemia or a myocardial pain will be seen even at rest. Whereas Prince metal angina is an uncommon form of myocardial ischemia caused by coronary artery spasm. So this ends session 1. Thank you.